Okay, welcome back. So you've got the market, which is under pressure, 300 points gone on the Nifty, but which also means that we're about, 40, 50 points off the day's low. Jai Bala of cashthechaos.com is with us. Jai, good to have you back on the program. Thanks very much. I mean, is this what you expected, Jai, or this comes a little unexpected? And talk about the price action and where support's coming.
Absolutely, Prashant. This is exactly what I've been anticipating for a few weeks now. If you recall from a December conversation, I had warned that it will be the banking index that will lead the markets down, and it's done exactly that. And and I've been projecting the 47,000, 48,000 levels as a long-term resistance since January 2022, and even showed it with charts in May 2023 on CNBC-TV18. But this is having a very good potential as being a medium-term turn for the market. The markets are quite euphoric, and with several factors saying that India is the place to be, and there is no other alternative. So the markets going down much lower levels will be the fading trade for the market. The support levels for the Nifty come in at about 20,900 and 20,700. The banking index has got a major breakdown, and the nearest support is about 43,600, if my recollection is correct. But the medium-term objective, or let me say, I won't even say medium-term, the slightly higher time frame objective that I'm working with for the Nifty is about 18,800, and for the banking index, it's about 32,000. And there is a very good chance that I may need to expand on that. But right now, we'll work with these objectives.
Okay, 18,880. And that's a sharp 10% fall from where we are currently, 11% from here on. And the Nifty Bank heads even lower. What about pharma? Is there any index which is showing you relative strength? Because pharma, even today, is up in the green with a gain of over 1%.
Absolutely. I know just a few weeks ago, probably in November, I had said that, pharma is going to go to the record highs. And I've been saying that for some time now. And my objective was 17,100. And the markets have overshot that. And even very specifically said it will be Cipla that will be doing the breakout. And despite some negative news that happened in November, the stock shook it off and has come back to record highs. And so right now, as long as the index can stay above the last couple of days low, I think there might still be a chance, but you might want to definitely lock in profits. I don't know how much this outperformance is going to last. We don't want to see the index close below 16,800. As long as 16,800 holds, there might be a little bit of residual outperformance left for the pharma index.
Okay, let's squeeze in a couple of stocks as well, Jay. Manappuram saw a bit of a bounce. You don't believe it's sustainable. I think you expect the stock to correct. So give us levels out there. And TCS, you believe there's more to go on the upside?
Yeah, I'm negative on both these stocks, Nigel. See, Manappuram has got a very interesting structure from a medium-term perspective. The current rise from the 2022 low looks like a corrective ascent from a slightly medium-term perspective. The stock peaked in 2021, and this seems to be a corrective move, probably ending here. And if proven right, this has potential to even break the 2022 low of about 80. But right now, we'll take this as a very conservative estimate and keep a stop at about 180 and look for about 160, 159. TCS, is looking like it's exhausted, but we are a little bit, conditional on this. We want the stock to break 38.50. That will be a signal that the recent move was exhausted, and that will probably carry the Nifty ID index below 34,200, which was the critical level I mentioned last week. So, expecting TCS to break 3,600 if it were to break below 38.50. So, watch out for a break below 38.50. That might be the trigger. But we want to see the stock stay below 39.65. If 39.65 is violated, this setup is invalid.
Sorry, from the top, Jay, in this leg, what kind of, in percentage terms, what kind of sort of pullback are you expecting?
For the overall market?
For the market, yes, for the Nifty. Sorry, I missed that earlier.
Yeah. I think if this is a turn like what I'm thinking, this can be a start of a big turnaround for the Indian markets as well as the global markets. The global markets are prepared for a risk-off event. The reason why I'm saying that, I pointed to Bitcoin being the measure of risk-on, risk-off. And in October, I had said, we shouldn't be in the banking index. We should be looking at Bitcoin. And Bitcoin has performed, outperformed the markets pretty well. It went up 49% since October, whereas the banking index went up only just about 15%, even if you caught the exact low to the exact high. But the setup, the reason I'm talking about Bitcoin is that Bitcoin, as I projected, I expected it to peak at about 50,000. It peaked at 49,000. It's come down in 5 steps from there. So that's pointing to the possibility of a risk-off event. And the dollar crosses, all the G7 dollar crosses have gone up in favor of the dollar in 5 steps. So that's also setting up a very bullish setup for the dollar. So this may not be just the beginning of a short-term pullback. We don't have to mention percentages. It can be a big one. Right now, we'll take it by stages. If the markets, when they proceed towards 18,800, the near-term objective, in a much more faster fashion, I think this is a medium to long-term turn for the markets.
Jai, out of time. Thank you very much for joining in.